Hi there, it's Mark, and today in this very brief Lightroom tutorial we're going to look at improving some masking. Now I've got a number of videos on masking which I won't bother linking up to above because there's several of them, so just check out the channel if you don't mind. But this one was a little bit of an eye-opener. I honestly think that the best thing that's happened to Lightroom in the last few years has been the improvements in masking. Lightroom does a fantastic job at very quickly and very easily editing things. And forget about the AI side of things where you can replace things in Photoshop very easily and you've got all these generative features. Any AI that sits behind masking is purely to improve the speed at which it identifies something and masks it. It doesn't change it, doesn't alter it. So really, it's just an injection of some acceleration in what you could argue you could do with a simple masking brush, albeit take more time. So with that regard, it's more organic. But it really has been a godsend for improving your pictures quite quickly and easily. However, it has its limitations. And some you would have thought, well, you'd be surprised at really, considering how obvious subjects might be in these pictures. Now, if that's something you want to look at, stick around for 8 seconds while I play the credits. I'm going to fill my coffee cup up. When we come back, we're going to spend 3 or 4 minutes looking at 3 or 4 photographs, and jobs are good. You'll improve your masking no end for watching this. See you very shortly. Okay, so welcome back. Here's a first picture. I've already done edits on these. These are back catalogue stuff I was going through, so I'm going to leave those edits in place and just concentrate on adding an extra mask. Let's say I want to lighten this monument in the foreground. Select subject. That's my go-to place. So I would have gone here, ignore what I've already done, and we go select subject. And it has selected the subject for us, or has it? If we have a closer look at all of this bleed, that's not good. That's not a good selection of that subject. Now I'm going to do this on a few of them just to demonstrate the point. I'm going to take my exposure all the way down. And you can see now how things we change will impact that. So I'm going to throw that away in preference for object selection. So here I'm going to go create object, and I've got two options. I can draw a box around it like so, or is my preference, I'm going to, I'm going to use the drawing tool. And the reason I like the drawing tool is because it looks so rubbish, but it does a great job. I mean, is that a good mask? Looks rubbish, but it's a great job. Look at that. Look at between these columns now. It has even identified the horizon between them. I mean, before you could argue, okay, they were a bit narrow, it included some of this, but this has actually gone down and it's included, or rather excluded, the bits of horizon. That's tremendous. That's really good. 1-0 to select object. Let's go to our next picture. Go to a rate of knots now. Here's one. Let's zoom out. So select subject. I would hope the subject would be this button dress doll thing in the middle. So let's go select subject. That looks a reasonable job, or is it? Let's throw the exposure down and see what it's done. Notice now all the bits it has missed. So that's not a very good select subject. Now with all masks you can add and subtract using the brush, other tools and features, so you can repair them. It's not the be all and end all. But let's go to object. And again, I like to draw around it because it just looks crazy. How's that for a really accurate selection? Well, it is. Look at that. Now if I take the exposure down, look how well that has masked that. That's just great. I mean, I wish select subject was more accurate, but we'll see something in one of these pictures in a minute. Right, this is the one I was thinking of. What is the subject in this? Nope, I didn't think so either. Let's try it. Select subject. And Lightroom thinks, drum roll please, it's both. It's the tree, bark only, except it has included some foliage there for some reason. And it's this fella who looks like Saul from Homeland. But not only is it the fella, it's the brick he's sitting on and it's the doorway behind him. It's not very good. Yes, we could improve it with adding, subtracting or whatever, but let's improve it by, firstly, what if we didn't want him as a subject? Well, if we did, that's great, we want them both. Yeah. But let's go now to select object, and let's just do this. Crazy, eh? And look how accurate that is. That's really good. So, downside here, it is separate, but what we can do, if you wanted it in one mask, separate as far as we'd probably want to go and select object again, and now our second one, get this guy here. Notice it's precision masking, hasn't included the wall, hasn't included the door. But yes, Mark, I wanted them on both. Okay, well, let's go back to this one. And all we have to do is add an object. And now we have got them both. But just how accurate is that? It's just brilliant. Sorry to go on about it. Did I have another? Oh yeah, it did have another, right? You're not out of here yet. Let's develop this one. And let's select subject. Some of these is popping out the side and I'm having to choose from up here because I've already got masks there. Where there wasn't any masks, it opens up the panel straight away. That's the difference, if you noticed, between the two. So anyway, select subject. This should be more accurate, I would think. Except no, it's spilled on the line that the foreground from behind. It's also come along this railway sleeper. And yes, we could get rid of it with subtract, using a brush and start to brush these out. That's one way of doing it. Or, and I haven't tried this, let's try object. And let's draw around our ballet dancer in a crazy fashion. I just love how it looks like something from play school, and yet when it takes that away and does the mask, how precise is that? Now I have spotted one thing it's got wrong. Can you spot it? It's included this little bit here, which was well out of where I drew, but for some reason it's got it. So occasionally you might still have to go in, as you would with other masks, remove with a brush and just get that mask out there. But look at how precise that is. It's up to the fingers and all the frills. That is a cracking mask. Oh, one or two little places here, very, very thin bits of oil, but you know, I don't think you notice that. So, moral of the story is, if you use select subject, keep using select subject if you're happy with it. If it's letting you down, throw it away for that particular picture and choose an object instead. And that's all I have for you. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this video, please subscribe to this video. And when you click subscribe, I'll speak eventually. When you click subscribe, please ring that bell to be notified of future videos. Any comments or questions, stick them in the notes below, and I'll get cracking with some other content for another release. Bye for now.